Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of AM and the PM with Amanda and Mark. Amanda's probably laughing right now because we're wearing Santa hats and our headphones are on weird. Very uncomfortable. But, that can only mean one thing, and it's Christmas season. Yeah, holiday season, boy.
It's COVID. It's actually COVID season.
COVID season, yeah.
Not Christmas
Certainly,
season.
certainly. This is our Christmas episode. It's going to drop December 24th, I believe, right? Christmas is on a
Yes.
Friday, so this is
It'll
a
drop
Merry
on
Christmas.
Eve.
Merry Christmas Eve, everyone. If you're watching it the day of, which you should. Subscribe. Do all that jazz. But we made this a little bit of a tradition here to do holiday episodes, things of that nature. So, Amanda, you want to kick us off with our topics today, huh?
Yes. So obviously we're talking about all things Christmas. It is very weird that I have this Santa hat on because I'm used to being able to hear myself in the headphones a little more. So it's a little strange.
With the fuzz in your way.
Yeah, I got some Santa hat in my way. But, so I guess we will start off by talking about traditions when we were teeny tiny. Like, what do you remember? If you have
Nothing.
listened to us before, you will know that Mark has a really bad memory.
Atrocious.
So asking him questions like this is always funny to hear what he has to say. But I mean, like, what is like your first memory of Christmas that you can think of? I guess when I ask you that question, like when you at a very young age.
I have a really good answer for this.
Okay, good.
My first answer, or the first thing that comes to mind is actually not something that I remember because I was there and remember it. Like I was there, but when I was younger, not, probably around, I don't know how old I was. I mean, I was in my teens, I guess. I watched videos that my grandmother has of when I was 1.
Yeah.
So like my first Christmas, my grandfather was still alive. He died shortly after that, I think like before I was 2 or whatever. And it's a video of like him and me and like all the family like opening presents and shit. I think we probably still have it. I just haven't seen it in a long time. But yeah, so that's probably one of my first memories, earliest memories. But again, not like specifically because I remember it. It's nice to document that sort of stuff. So I think we should definitely do that when we are older and have children. All the stuff we're doing now, obviously we are documenting. So just keep that up. Would highly recommend it. But yeah, just being a little guy. That video movie VHS or whatever it is, it might be DVD now. Those little things, I don't know if you remember, it's like it has a stick and it has 2 wheels and it's like a little popper and it's like almost looks like a little vacuum, but like you just like run it around, and as the wheels turn, the middle thing pops and there's balls and like this plastic globe thing and it goes pop 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 pop. I remember that thing that's in the video. There's like
a vacuum. At least I would pretend it was a vacuum.
Oh, really? Is that what it's for? I don't know if it's actually supposed to be a vacuum, but it's like a little ball popper.
No, but I remember I have one.
Yeah.
I would pretend. There's a picture of me in my Teletubby slippers and
Yeah.
little thing.
Yeah, so that was all the rage. I think I got a computer that I don't ever even know if I used. I thought it was like a little fake computer, and I thought it was up in the attic, and I don't ever know if I actually used it or not. My parents can tell me on that one. And that VHS specifically was like around Christmas time and a bunch of other things. So it was like that. And then there's a funny one of me like eating spaghetti and there's sauce all over my face.
And did you at one time have a big Christmas tree when you were little?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
so now
that was actually a big deal for a long time.
Really?
Yeah. Because
ever since I've known Mark, his family has the tiniest Christmas tree ever. And I think it's so stupid.
My grandfather, Ted, shout out Ted, Florida. He used to, I don't know if I guess it was big at their house at one point. I can't really remember that, but like I know here at least a couple years when everybody was younger, they would come over, and I think it was before they moved to Florida, or I can't remember honestly, but that was a big thing. It was like there's actually still outside in my garage, because my dad's a hoarder, there is a big piece of, honestly, just like this, like plywood, and it's wrapped in green felt. Okay, so like imagine like almost like this table but green, and then it's wrapped on there, it's stapled on there. They put that down like underneath the tree, like on the floor or like on like a little base or something like that. They put all that down. And then they put, my grandfather he really used to be into like villages, like little displays with glass houses and like mirrors for ice and little people.
Ted or the one that died?
Ted.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So like cotton for snow and a fucking tunnel for the train.
Oh,
Like
wow.
it was legit. That was my favorite part. I never really liked the well, I mean, I don't know when I was a kid,
Did
but
you
like
have a fake tree?
yeah, always
Okay.
a fake tree, I think. I was never a big tree person. Like, I mean, we decorated the tree, it was like whatever, but I always loved the train. Like, I was a big train guy. I was like a fucking conductor, had a fucking hat. I was like, woo woo.
Okay.
I love putting the
back
smoke
up.
in
Who
there.
says they're not a tree person? Like, that's just fucking weird.
I do.
Can we be honest?
I do.
Okay, well, that's
I had a
weird.
little Lionel train ornament that I put on the thing. I was a big train kid. Loved Thomas.
So did you guys have different ornaments, or did you always have like simple ornaments?
No, they were
like-
kind of all sorts of shit.
Like for example, my Christmas tree growing up was like all Hallmark ornaments. You know what I mean? Like different, like little Barbie and little Wizard of Oz, like all different.
It wasn't that crazy. It was like bulbs and lights and stuff, and then like that is something that's totally different. Like I see a lot of trees now, like yours and like Winnie Bryan's and people like that. Like they have like actual shit on the tree. It's like you know, from like different pop culture type things, like Star Wars and all these other things. We never had that really. At that point, it was more like, you know, little Lionel thing, maybe some pictures. I can't really remember exactly what all the ornaments were. But I do remember for a long time too, and I think about this stuff because like I'm just a weirdo. A fucking tree without lights on it, like the tree itself doesn't have pre-strung lights. You have to put the lights on. Wow, is that a pain in the ass? I remember that being just a real shit show. You gotta like string them all up there, and you gotta do the tree. It just sounds like a lot of work and not a lot of reward. That's why I like a small
Says
tree.
the guy who doesn't even wrap his own Christmas presents.
Yeah. It's a waste of time.
So
I also normally don't buy
it's
a
a
lot of
waste
presents.
of time.
Yeah,
Your mom does it all for you. What are you
Exactly.
gonna do when we have kids?
you're gonna wrap them,
That's a
or we're gonna pay somebody.
That's
a
a
big. That's a
joke.
big thing.
No,
people-
that's a fucking joke.
What do you mean?
We have to learn how to be Santa. We're not going to pay someone to wrap the gifts. We have to do it. We have to be Santa. Us. So you're funny if you think that's going to happen.
I don't know, man.
Let me catch you paying someone to wrap your gifts.
I don't know. We have
No.
to stick this in here though. It's somewhat unrelated. Well, it's related, but it's off topic slightly. I saw this on Facebook
Okay.
the other day. It was an interesting point. So, like, you know how like when you're a little kid, most of the time you get presents from Santa and your parents. I don't know if I sent you this. There was a post that basically said like, you know, iPads and shit. Like when something's really cool, like and really expensive. I don't know if I ever had this problem. I don't think I ever experienced it. But like, let's say that your kid asks for an iPad. Okay, just as an example, right? Something expensive. Okay, and you have two options as a parent. You can say it's from Santa, or you can say it's from you. People say it's from you instead of Santa.
I know what you're getting at.
Because like Santa.
Because
you know,
other kids think that Santa brings them expensive gifts, and then they're like, "Oh, why doesn't Santa bring me?"
I never had that happen in my
gifts.
in my childhood.
Yeah, and
but
then there are
it's
other
a
kids.
decent point.
Yeah, I guess, other kids are like, I don't like when Santa comes, or because my friend gets an iPad, but I get this from Santa, but really it's because it's from the parents, and the parents are struggling. Yeah, I know
Right.
what you mean.
Yeah, just an interesting thing that I saw the other day. I don't know.
It is interesting, yeah.
Same thing with the amount of gifts too. Like people post a bunch of gifts from Santa or some shit.
I don't know. I mean, I, for a long time, was...
Probably a spoiled little brat. Continuously are. To this day.
Okay. I'm an only child, and
Yeah, I mean,
you
that's-
and
you get a pass
and you
there.
and Sarah are
You get a
spoiled
pass
as
there.
all fucking hell.
You get a pass there. Being an
like-
only child sucks ass. Maybe not sucks ass, but that was a little strong. But I
You're
was
really-
I was referencing something else that I saw the other day about being an only child, or I heard about being an only child. I don't ever want to have our kids be an only child. Like if we're gonna have
Okay.
one, we're gonna have two at least.
Okay,
Sorry,
well-
side tangent. Keep going.
Okay, well, they might be, and that's okay too. Anyways,
Could be.
continue.
Maybe
I don't even know what I was saying now.
you're saying you're spoiled.
No, you fucking. You just. I don't even know. You just.
Saying I'm spoiled.
It was before that. You distracted me so bad with the whole I'm the spoiled brat.
The gifts, pile of gifts, and you being an only child, you get
No,
gifts.
before
No, that was right where we're at.
me being an only child.
Yeah, and you get gifts. So there's no Santa. There's nobody to share gifts with.
Oh, for a long time I was pissed that Santa wasn't real. Like I just think I even like when in my adult age, like I
Fucking Santa.
I just think
Bastard.
it's such bullshit. You're like taught to not lie, that your parents never lie to you, and then you learn this big ass lie that is horrible.
Yeah,
But
I don't like Santa concept, truthfully. As an
but
adult, I really don't.
I know like Mila Kunis and Ashton Kutcher like don't do Santa, and then when I think about people don't doing Santa, I like get even more mad. And I'm
You're
like,
mad
what
one way, and then
what
you're mad
the
the
fuck
complete
is wrong
opposite
with
way.
you?
Typical.
So I don't know. It's just you gotta have Santa.
I disagree.
But my little cousin is 11, and I feel like she has to know. I'll have to put.
She watches these.
I'll have to put like a thing. Leia, don't listen to this.
Uh-uh.
No, I'm just kidding. I'm pretty sure she already knew last year that Santa isn't real. I don't know. She has to know he's not fucking real. I think my mom like still says stuff is from Santa, even though we know Santa's fake. Like we still like to pretend. But yeah, my
Keep
mom.
the magic alive.
I guess I'll go on my side now.
I wasn't done. Just kidding. I don't.
My mom goes all out for Christmas, like crazy. And it's funny because so does Mark. He actually just said to me the other day, I feel bad you're not going to have a lot of stuff to open on Christmas. And like
That's because you wanted everything in fucking November. Like, I need a new phone. I'm going to get you a new phone. And then we got the phone early.
the phone was my anniversary gift, but that's besides the point. It was also kind of a Christmas gift too.
Kind of.
It is. It was anniversary / Christmas. Whatever. That's not the point. The point is like you feel bad because you don't have stuff to me to open. Well, I don't need tons of shit to open. Like I don't ask you to come to my house with a box full of 7 different gifts while you and my family sits and watch me open every single one as if I'm like a little kid on Christmas morning. Like he literally treats me like my mom treats me. Like
No more gifts for you.
I don't even like saying this because I feel like a spoiled bitch, but I tell everyone this. Mark bought me our first Christmas together, I think.
I think it was second.
Second, maybe.
First was like 3 months. It's like,
Yeah,
fuck that.
a MacBook.
I got you a damn pretzel that time.
And I okay, first up, it's kind of funny because my mom always buys me a bunch of stuff, and she acted like she could never afford a MacBook to get me. But I'm sure if she didn't buy me all the other extra stuff, she could have
That's a great topic.
got me a MacBook. You know what I mean? But I think that is a great topic. That's a very interesting point. I never thought about it that way until Mark actually got me a MacBook, and I was like, oh yeah, you know. But I literally like shit myself. I cried, I screamed, I freaked out because I never thought I could like
Shit all over the ground.
afford a MacBook. Meanwhile, now like I definitely could, but back then, you know, I was young and I just started saving money. I'm still so thankful for it, and I've had it for a pretty good amount of time now. Anyways, back to my childhood.
Oh, thought we were going to talk about gifts.
No, I never talked about
Okay.
my childhood.
Keep going.
My childhood, my youngest memory that I remember, obviously I lived in an apartment building with my mom when I was younger. And there's pictures of me with gifts everywhere and blah, blah, blah. But one time it was Christmas Eve, and I remember I was young. Obviously, I was younger than 8 at least. I was probably like 5 or something, I don't know. And my mom told me I needed to go to bed. I didn't want to go to bed, blah, blah, blah. It was Christmas Eve. I put out the cookies for Santa, and I didn't want to go to bed. I was looking out the, we had, like, a glass door and then, like, a balcony. I was looking out the window, and my mom said, well, Amanda, if you don't go to bed, like, Santa's gonna see you that you're awake and he's not going to come. And she pointed across the way. There were lights, Christmas lights. And she's like, there he is, Amanda. He's coming. You have to go to bed. And I was like, ah, and I was like screaming and crying because I didn't think he was going to come. Like, I was really, really, really upset. And then I went to bed, obviously. And it obviously was all fake, so. Oh, and we would put out carrots so the reindeer could eat them. Oh.
Yeah.
So cute when you think back, you know?
Yeah, I always wondered if my parents like went out in the yard and just like picked up one of them carrots and just ate it and threw it back down.
Yeah, I wonder.
Yeah. I call eating the cookies.
My
dude.
parents were taking bites out of the cookies the whole time? That's bullshit.
Yeah, they didn't even finish them.
Yeah, they would just take like, is that just me? My mom would take like little nibbles out of the cookies and leave them there. Why didn't Santa finish the cookies? He was in a hurry.
Here's the deal. I'll eat the cookies and you can wrap the presents.
No.
Sounds like a fair deal.
Nope, it does not.
Come on.
What else? Oh, and one time my Uncle Brian, it was definitely my Uncle Brian on the phone, but, or like someone, I think it was him. I was on the phone with the North Pole, and it was Santa. That's all I know. It was so real.
I think, it's funny you say that because I think, did you just send me something? Yeah, you just sent me the TikTok with the Santa on the screen. I want to say that's probably like a viable business model at this point. Like you can somebody like will charge you like $5 for a call with Santa, and like they're like on a Zoom call just like dressed up as Santa, and you can have your kid talk to him.
At my work on Thursday, we had Santa come to Kitty Academy and talk to the kids, and he said, make sure you wear your mask and stay safe and social distance.
I bet you I can guess who it was.
No, it was like the repairman.
Oh.
It wasn't Mr. Dave. It was the repairman. I knew who it was just from seeing it, but it was so funny. He's like, stay safe and wear your mask and be good little boys and girls. So for the rest of the day, I was like, you heard Santa. He said, be good little boys and girls. And then every year when they usually come and sit down and Santa sits on their lap and then Santa gives them a gift and it's always a book. It's so cute. I'm glad that happened because I actually considered dressing up as Santa, but I forgot about it. I was going to do it. I was like, my kids need to see Santa.
Weird.
But they're 2, and it was just like a 5-minute video, so they don't know. But they were all excited. They all love Santa, so.
It was a video?
It was like a minute-long video of just him in Kitty Academy talking to the kids.
Oh,
like at the Christmas tree. He was there. He was there because he dropped off the gifts for them.
Oh.
The books.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
But he usually comes and visits and goes and sits down, and he goes in every room and takes picture, and we take individual pictures of the kids with Santa, and it's usually a huge thing because some of the kids are scared, like crapless, and I feel like I can't swear because I'm talking about children. Some of the kids are like super scared, and then some kids are like so happy, and then other kids, like the teacher has to go with them, It's always a huge thing. So it was actually kind of nice that we didn't have to deal with the kids being like terrified. Like some of them are so scared. Like you wouldn't even believe it. They just are so afraid. Oh, one more story about me. Oh, this is the best one. Me as a I'm pretty sure it was my grandma who took me to see Santa Claus. And I sat on his lap. And when I was little, I believed that Santa was real. Like, for a period of time, I believed he was real. But all of the Santas at the mall and stuff were Santa's helpers. So that's what I believed. So I pulled down his beard. And I, said, this isn't the real Santa. And I, scared the shit out of all the other kids. Sounds about right?
It's like out of a movie. I'm pretty sure it's a common joke. What else you got? You got more traditions?
So every year we would have Christmas at my grandparents' house, which my grandparents are now passed away. So my grandma passed away from stage 4 cancer Back when Mark and I first started dating, and I was just thinking about this today. I was just thinking about how crazy that year was because like I was like falling in love with you, but yet my grandma like died. So like I was just thinking about how that's a lot of like real happy and then real sad in like one year. I was just thinking about how like that's fucking nuts.
Mm.
Anyways, I obviously know that I went through it, but it's just weird to think back on it, you know. Um, but obviously I think it was really good to have you in a time like that. Um, and my pap actually passed away on Christmas Eve last year. So I was like about to go to Mark's family, and I actually forgot I was going to go see my aunt and uncle last year too. Do you remember that? Because I didn't remember that until my mom told me that. We were going to come here to your grandma's house, and then we were going to go see Terry and Brian and my
I do
cousins.
remember that. Yeah.
But I just forgot about it with everything that happened with my pap. Um, and I don't get to see my aunt and uncle often either, so I remember being excited to go there. But we went to, um, I got home from work and my stepdad was just like, call your mother, because my mom was staying with my pap for like a month at that point, maybe a little longer, I don't know. Just like taking care of him. He had pulmonary fibrosis, but and he just took a turn for the worse that morning, and he was pretty much just in bed, and like so I said, okay, well Mark will just come and we'll go see him. So we went to see him, and then after visiting with him for a little bit, like I realized I need to stay here and be with him, because like we thought he was going to pass that night, which he did, and he went very peacefully. So, but yeah. So I think that this weird as much as like at Christmas, like, so it's weird because we knew he kind of passed on Christmas Eve because he was really worried about ruining Christmas for us. Because Christmas was going to be different. Like, he wasn't leaving his house because obviously he was like ill. And yet we were still having people over our house on Christmas Day. So I think we were going to come to his house. Oh, it was just all kind of funky, but then certain people weren't going to his house. So it was just all kind of funky, you know, which we would have made it work. It wasn't a big deal. But he obviously, I'm sure, felt some type of way about it because, you know, and he made sure that he gave everyone a Christmas card, even though he was like literally super like sick. He made my mom write out a Christmas card to like every child and his you know, his children. But so I think this year is just going to be weird for me because like as much as like I said, Christmas cannot be ruined for me. Like, it's Christmas. It's like the holiday. It's everything. But I definitely think it's Christmas Eve is going to be a little strange. But we did manage to have a good Christmas Day yesterday. It was kind of, we all just chilled at home and relaxed and stuff. So, but it's definitely going to be.
You mean last year?
Yeah, that's what I meant. What did I say?
Yesterday.
Yeah, yesterday. It feels like it was just yesterday. So I don't know. I think it's definitely going to be weird. As much as I like to say that like days aren't going to hit me with like grief and emotions, I definitely think it will. So, but actually, so today my aunt Chrissy, my mom's sister, so my mom has a sister Chrissy and a brother Bobby. So my aunt Chrissy knocked on the door, and I was sitting there wrapping Christmas presents. So I was like, "What is going on? Who is that?" And I saw that it was Chrissy, and she said, "Oh, I have a present for your mom." Da da da. You know, she had her mask on. Oh, keeping our distance. And I said, "Okay." So I got it, and I looked at it because you know I'm nibby. But my mom told me that it's my grandparents' glasses, and they're so Chrissy is really crafty. You know, she's really crafty. So my grandparents' glasses, and there's little glasses but made into snowmen, and they're ornaments.
Glasses, like eyeglasses.
Eyeglasses.
Hmm.
Yeah, like the glasses they always wore.
Cool.
So, but, grief is definitely really weird. And it's definitely really hard to talk about with people that don't understand it. So I feel like Mark just looks at me and is like, cool. And I'm just like,
Cool.
no, that's not what I mean. It's just, you don't understand it till you go through it. But anyways, we would have a huge Christmas every year at my grandparents' house, and we would have tons of people. I mean, I don't know, just like my cousins, and I don't need to go into detail. It was just tons of people, I guess. But we would do a grab bag. It's like number 1 through 10 or whatever, and you pick a number. I mean, I'm sure mostly everyone's heard of the grab bag, and then you pick whoever has, I think we go backwards, 10. I think we go backwards from 10. I'm not really sure. It doesn't matter. But, like, whoever has 10 picks first. I think you, like, want to be 1. Or maybe you want to be 10. I don't know. You know what I mean? And then you pick, and then you can trade with people. But, like, you want to be the last person so that you can pick whatever you want, basically. But if you get, like, if you're, like, one of the first couple people, you're pretty much fucked because you're stuck with what you get. But that was a huge thing. Like, I'm telling you, some people, like, everyone would just come just for the grab bag. Like, people would just come just for the grab bag. My mom actually is making the spinach dip this year. When my grandma used to make the spinach dip with, like, the brown bread when I was real young, and I remember it being really good. And she would always have this huge punch bowl that I believe my Aunt Chrissy has now. And she would make, like, punch with, like, sherbet and, like, Sprite. I don't know. It's really good. You would like it. It obviously wasn't alcoholic. It was, like, for the kids.
Mm-hmm.
Punch.
Oh dear.
Oh my God, the pickle.
The pickle.
Okay, so my pap worked at Heinz for like 50 years. 47 years, I think he worked at Heinz. He has this huge Heinz pickle ornament that we would hide on. Oh my God, how did I forget about the pickle? We got to do the pickle.
The pickle.
I think we should do it this year. I should go get some gifts. Random, like, things, even if it's from the dollar store, and we can do the pickle. I hope my mom knows where the pickle is. So you would hide.
Just use a real pickle.
So you would hide the pickle on the Christmas tree, and whoever found it first, I believe, would get, I think that's how it was done, would get the prize. But then there was, like, first, second place, and third place. But my grandma would get us the coolest little toys for the prize. It was just awesome.
Yeah.
I don't know how it was first, second, and third place. That doesn't make sense. Maybe one would find it and then they would hide it again. Maybe that's what it was. The pickle would be hidden and then they would hide it again. That, honestly, that's like I know this is, like, cheesy. That's, like, the best memory I've ever had in my life. Like, it was fucking awesome. Like, the pickle, the big Heinz pickle, the pickle. We would get toys. And I obviously just have, like, really great memories there when I was young, you know, opening the gifts. And but since my grandma passed away, we had one final big hurrah Christmas at my grandparents' house, and my pap kind of did it, like, for my grandma, like, even though she, like, was, you know, no longer there. But we had one big final hurrah, and now we do Christmas at my house, which I really like. I think it's still really hard for my mom, like, even today, not, like, exactly today, but I mean, like, even now, she talks about how, you know, we have, like, no family, which, like, isn't true. We have family, but I think she just misses the big to-do Christmas. But I'm, like, excited for new traditions, I think, if you know what I mean. But we just always had such a big Christmas, so I totally get why it's still weird for her. But for me, it's like we've been doing Christmas at my house for like at least 3 to 4 years now. So I'm like, I think this might be like the 4th year. So I'm just like used to it at this point. And I do think we did have one big last Christmas at my grandparents' house, and it was awesome. So
Yeah. Lots of good traditions. I mean, normally mine is Christmas Eve at my grandma's house, and we all just get together there. And we open presents on Christmas Eve there because, we're two families, 2 or 3 families. I don't know how, I can't remember, but like, relatives come together there. And then on Christmas morning, oh, I wanted to talk about this. We're talking about memories from like every year or whatever. For like the longest fucking time, I would have to get up at 7 a.m. and go to church on Christmas Day. That was awful. That was just awful, awful, awful.
when would you open presents?
When we got back.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
No.
It was awful.
The first thing you do
Told
on
you, it was awful.
Christmas is open gifts. I don't care if I'm up at 5 a.m. If the other people are up, we open. Yeah, even like now, like if we would wake up, not at 5 a.m., but if we would be up at like 6 or 7, we probably would just wake up now because we know we have gifts. Santa came, even though we know it's not Santa.
Yeah, it was not good.
If that was me, I would have opened gifts at like 6. No, because that would have taken too much time, and you can't clean up. That's horrible.
Yeah, you
the
come
first thing you
back
do on
and-
Christmas is open gifts. You don't go to church.
Come back and used to like open presents, I think, and maybe have some breakfast.
Breakfast.
Yeah.
I never get
Pancakes and
breakfast.
shit.
I never get breakfast on holidays. Actually, I was thinking today about telling Mo that he should make. His mom got us like a pancake kit for Christmas. She sent us in the mail, and we have like pancake mix left over. I was gonna suggest making it on Christmas, but we like don't have breakfast on holidays because they cook so much food.
Yeah.
They don't have time to cook meat. We usually we open presents for like ever, and then we have to clean up. We usually sit there forever for like a while.
I have more of control now, so we don't really do that too much, but like go to church and all that. But we also used to go to the cemetery every time. We used to go to the cemetery on like holidays here and there because my pap is obviously deceased. So just like go, just say, hey, what's up? What's up, Luigi? I don't really do that at all anymore. Which I think is weird. That's a totally different topic for a different time, but I don't know.
I mean, yeah, that's definitely.
I don't like
That's
it. I don't like
definitely
it being a routine. I don't
That's
think
definitely
that
a
makes any
different
sense.
topic, but it's definitely weird for me because, when my grandma first passed, it was like the first person that like I would go to visit. So I remember saying like I need to go for me, and I'll feel so much better after I talk to her. Now I literally have like a shrine in my room. Not really a shrine, but I have tons of pictures of them in my room, and I literally like talk to them sometimes. I know that sounds weird, but that's like enough for like me personally. And I know my pap was very needy and that he would want us to come visit him, but at the same time, like I think about how I don't go to the cemetery sometimes, and like I don't let myself feel guilty because like like I still
I just don't get it.
I still need to live my life, and it's like there's no reason to feel guilty. Like I definitely periodically go with my mom, and we make sure that it looks good and stuff, but it's also, I think the tombstone and all that's for the living. Like the people are gone. You know what I mean?
Well, I mean, yeah,
They don't know. I mean, they do know if you're there, who knows, but I'm just saying I think you still need to live your life, and it's definitely okay if you don't go visit someone at the cemetery
there's
all the
something
time.
there's something to going there and like actually being like sort of in the presence of like whatever like their memorial and their body or ashes or whatever. But at the same time, it's like I can't really speak to it because I don't have a lot of experience. But at the same time, I feel like if one of my close relatives passed away and I wanted to talk to them, I'm not gonna fucking drive to the cemetery necessarily to talk. I would just be like, yo. I feel bad. I miss you,
talk
dude.
to my grandparents all the time. Grandma parents. I still feel really close to them. My grandma's been dead for like almost 4 years now, and I still feel her. I'm wearing her earrings right now. Maybe that's why. I'm just kidding. I still
We
feel
can't see
close.
them.
I still feel close to her, and like I said, I have pictures of them in my room. And when Mark and I get a house, I plan to have pictures of them, somewhere in our house. Maybe not like a shrine like I have now in my room, but like pictures of them that I can talk to or look at, and it makes me feel really good. So like I said, that's enough for me. I think obviously the cemeteries are important, but yeah. Anyways, on the
Yeah.
topic of Christmas.
Yeah. No, I mean, as far as traditions go, I mean, I want to say that's kind of it. Yeah, definitely church, definitely, I mean, fucking working, I'm pretty sure, on up until Christmas Eve at 1 p.m.
Really, because
Yeah.
I have to work
I'm
till.
almost positive. I can't remember specifically, but like if it was a weekend,
That sounds so.
Christmas is on a Sunday, then we'd be working till Saturday at like 12 or 1, I'm
That
sure
sounds
at
so
least.
dramatic.
What?
I have to work till 5:15 on Christmas Eve this year. So
Loser.
yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, like at Ray's, that was weird. That was funny and weird.
I can't do
Um,
this if we're gonna keep talking.
Taking it off, man. Snapping the headphones right in half. Nice. You're gonna pay for those.
The the hat has been itching my ears. I couldn't do it.
Playing you a song on the world's tiniest violin. Can you hear it?
Oh, it was itchy.
Can you hear it? No. Gotta get closer to the mic.
All right,
Can you hear
continue.
it? Okay. Yeah, I mean, as far as that goes, I think are we gonna save New Year's? Probably save New Year's for next week.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Just wanted to make sure. Didn't know.
Don't
Yeah.
forget about food.
Food, I don't know. Lasagna, steak, no, 7 fishes, I think, right?
Well,
The
talk
fishes?
on Christmas Eve. You have saved on. What do you do on Christmas? You didn't say what you do
Dude,
on
I don't know.
Christmas.
I don't know, man. It's like we open presents. We used to go to church. We would open presents. Then we'd eat some breakfast. Then we'd fuck around, do nothing, just see all a bunch of shit. We have to talk about that. I'm talking about that in a second. Then we come back, and normally we'd either go to like my aunt's house or my grandma's house or something. I think normally my aunt's house, and then we would we'd eat there. Food, I don't know. It's the same shit. It's like either steak or ham. Christmas Eve is like actually a legit thing. It's like 7 fishes or some shit. It's like scallops, shrimp, some weird shit. Like I don't really eat any of it. It's just weird. And honestly, it doesn't. It's just like an Italian tradition thing. Yeah, it's strange. I mean, if you want to talk about food first, and then I have another topic. You want to talk about food?
Yeah. So every year we have sweet and sour meatballs, cheesy potatoes, ham, beans, green beans that have like mushrooms and bacon in them. Oh my God, what am I forgetting? Buffalo chicken dip. We usually have buffalo chicken dip. And my mom used to make tons and tons and tons of cookies, but literally ever since like my grandma passed away and then my pap, stuff happened with him, and my mom just like works a lot, so we haven't been baking as much as usual. She literally couldn't bake this year because her work was so crazy because of COVID. But desserts, I don't even know. My mom straight up told me that we're having pumpkin roll this year, and I kind of laughed.
The old pumpkin log.
We have a pumpkin roll that was in the freezer from like when my aunt gave it to us, and apparently we're gonna have that on Christmas, which I don't think it really goes. Oh, but apparently we literally bought we went to the liquor store and bought alcohol for Christmas this year, so that should be interesting. Whipped cream vodka, and I said I was gonna make everyone hot chocolate with my Christmas tree marshmallows and whipped cream with the whipped cream vodka.
Okay.
But food, yeah, I feel like there's more. I think we just eat a lot of what we have. Buffalo chicken dip. We used to have spinach dip. Yeah, I said ham, green beans, bread of some sort, sweet and sour meatballs, and I think we would have regular potatoes and the cheesy potatoes, but only regular potatoes because my pap, I don't think, would eat the cheesy potatoes.
Yeah. Yeah, food is an interesting one. I don't really concern
So
myself
on
too
actual
much with it.
Christmas,
Yeah.
what do you do?
What do you
I'm
mean?
still confused.
Go to my
Cause
aunt's house normally, but I think we're going to my grandma's house this year.
cause I thought you told me once that your family stays here on Christmas.
In the morning,
Oh, so you always go to Maria's house?
pretty sure.
Oh, okay.
Not 100%.
That's definitely a lie. You definitely
Bro,
told
I
me
don't know.
one
Do I
year
look
you
like I
stay
know?
here.
I also have to go to your house too. So
Yeah.
I don't know. Dude, I don't know. And I have a calendar. I stick to it. I want to talk about consumerism. So we're going to talk about it. It was triggered because like when you come back, like when I was thinking about like this picture in my head where we go to church, we come back, we open some presents, and then like that 2 or 3 hour period, there's like a bunch of boxes and a bunch of shit everywhere. I fucking hate that. Like I have a real problem with that. Man, just like, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
Is that it?
I just don't. I'm just like I buy shit, but I'm just like, this is correlated with something else, right? Like when I was when you said earlier that like you don't have a lot of things to open, right? Well, the way that I approach gift buying is I try to analyze the person that I'm buying for and say like, what do you need? Like, what do you need, and what is like a cool thing to buy? And I also, yeah, be careful. I also try to tend to buy quality over quantity, and that tends to lead to like less things, more money. So like with you and the iPhone situation, I know that was like a kind of a joint thing with the anniversary thing, but I like buying those types of things because I don't know, I don't understand why people just go to the store and buy random shit for people. If that's your vibe, then that's your vibe, that's fine, but I really don't. I don't know. I just think it's a waste of time and money. So, I mean, I'm sure you're going to give me some bullshit on that. It's Christmas. You're going to get a bunch of toys and gifts. Is that what you're going to say?
Is that your imitation of me?
That was a little exaggerated.
No, I agree with you. I don't think people should.
What?
I just gave Mark today, I got his sister SpongeBob sweatpants and him a SpongeBob shirt. And I definitely felt really funny about getting his sister the SpongeBob pants because I wasn't sure.
I got my SpongeBob shirt on.
You know, I don't know
on
if
YouTube, you can see it.
I don't know if there's something you would really wear like out all the time.
Still
it's
has the
something
tag
you would
on it. I left the tag on it because might take it back. What?
I'm just gonna ignore that he said that.
I'll give you the money back.
It was literally like $7, so.
I'll give you the money back. Can we stop for a second?
What?
I need to try to plead my case here and try to explain this to you.
Go ahead, plead it, please.
Why would I need this SpongeBob shirt?
I didn't know you had that sweater.
I greatly appreciate it. Don't misunderstand. But I'm saying like from a very binary and logical perspective, why would I need this SpongeBob shirt?
Because I thought you needed a Christmas shirt. I didn't know you had that still that I bought you a few years ago.
Yeah, I got you. I appreciate it. Like I said. If you're listening
No,
to
I'm never fucking buying him no.
Time out. No, seriously.
No, I'm not
buying
him
No,
anything
seriously,
ever
if you're listening to this and you just hear that, you're like, Mark, what the fuck are you talking about? But here's what I'm thinking about. What I'm saying is those types of things over and over again lead to a lot of like just really ridiculousness shit in your house and in your environment, and it's not good. Like, it's not good to have a fuck ton of shit. Materialism to that extent is not good. It's more stress. And then, I don't know if you noticed this, everybody that has a lot of shit complains that they have a lot of shit.
If you don't want it, I will take it.
Are you going to keep it?
I'll wear it to work. It's kid friendly. I'll wear it this week to work. I really will take it.
I got you.
Are you going to yell at me because I have too much shit?
I'm not really going to yell at you. I don't really care until we're together in like the same house.
I think we're going to bonk heads badly.
Well, I don't think that,
I understand where you're coming from, but I feel like I'm pretty in between. Like I definitely have too much stuff for sure, and I've been saying that I need to clean out my closet again.
Mm-hmm.
I have been saying that, and I do.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm
going to go crazy on December 26th. Like crazy.
Okay, but I think you are so far to the other way. It's fucking insane. Like, people probably hear this, and people do hear it. Like my family, your family, and it's just so far to the other way that it's not even like. It's just like.
I only
I
I
don't know if it was that minimalist documentary or what the fuck it was that did that to your head,
shout out the minimalists. There's another one coming out.
but it just. Like, I'm telling you straight up, like, I'm just going to tell you right now, like, I'm about to just tell you what I'm getting you for Christmas because I'm
Don't do it.
I'm not
Don't do
getting
it.
you an actual thing because I literally was going to write on the card
You're
like
a bitch.
I'm doing this to
You're a
support
bitch,
your
Mark.
minimalist lifestyle because
I would greatly appreciate that. I mean, I don't know.
it's just sad
it's a
because
tough one for me. I'm
I
gonna
really second guessed buying you the SpongeBob shirt, and here you fucking are saying, "Why did I need this?
Whoa.
Why did I
Why are you
need
screaming?
this? Why did I need this, Amanda? Why would you think you should buy this for me? I don't need anything. I need nothing." Well, guess what, Mark? When we have kids and we open gifts and there are boxes and shit everywhere and they have toys, you're going to have to deal with it. So I understand what you're trying to say, and I respect your minimalist shit, and I think it's going to benefit me greatly, which it already has. But I think you need to think logically about when we have kids. Like, I don't know, because I just feel like you get so fired up and like angry with shit.
You're
Yeah.
screaming.
Well, you're just so fucking extra. I haven't said that in a long time, but yeah, there it is. You're extra.
We can make a whole episode on this. I think we should. Because
Yeah.
I'm a minimalist guy.
It angers the fuck out of me.
Last thing that I'm going to say is that the reason that I don't need more stuff, one of the biggest reasons that I don't need more stuff that I don't actually use and don't actually need is because I'm very fulfilled and I don't have to fill anything emptiness inside me with other shit.
Oh.
Not saying that's everyone, but I'm saying that there's a lot of people that are like that. They just like to buy shit because it makes them feel happy, because they don't have the opportunity or whatever, or they haven't worked to get the opportunity to just do what they want to do all the time and be fulfilled and stuff like that. And that's something that I'm constantly after in my life. So that is why I think minimalism is also another really cool thing, because yeah, you absolutely need things. I have fucking nice things, my setup and shit like that, but I use everything that I have because, and I try to constantly, audit that and make sure that I'm not wasting shit and time and being distracted. So that is that. Yeah, Christmas, great time. What you got anything else?
Christmas is not a good time.
Christmas is not a good time.
No.
You said it's your favorite time.
What are the kids supposed to buy you one day? You're just never going to want anything.
What do you mean? I give detailed lists.
I didn't get any fucking list this year. You told me maybe one thing that you wanted. That was it. I didn't get anything.
I will work on that. I will make sure that I get you a detailed list every single year from now on.
But who got the list? Your
I don't
mom?
know. I'll send out a mailing list.
Who got the list?
I'll put it on my website.
Who got the list this year? Your mom?
I don't know.
Did you ask
I said
your
like
mom
3
for
things. I
stuff?
said a hockey stick. I said what I did was I said things that I'm going to need to buy, right? Because that's like I'm going to need to buy them, so you can buy them for me. Like a hockey stick, hockey shoes, money, and a mattress topper. That was at least it. And I ended up buying the shoes. So I have 15% off. So, but yeah, but that's where we're at. So I don't know. I'll make sure that's a good thing though. That's good feedback. I should do that.
And then his birthday is in January. Oh my God. I can't do it.
Are you done complaining?
I guess.
Just kidding. Christmas, folks. It's a great time. It's the most wonderful time of the year. Except the snow. But what you got?
The snow.
The snow.
There was a blizzard the other day.
There's going to be another one, I think.
literally-
I think there's going to be another snowstorm.
When?
Maybe not that big, but yeah.
When?
Pretty sure this week. Christmas Eve. Could be wrong.
I'm not driving to your house. You can come pick me up.
Don't quote me. I don't know.
You will pick me up. I will not go
Didn't we
drive to
just
your
talk
house.
about you need to learn to drive in the snow? You have brand new tires, don't you?
Not in a fucking blizzard.
We're pretty off topic. I don't know.
That was a straight blizzard. No.
I don't think we're
If you
getting the
guys-
same thing.
if
That
you
was
guys-
9 inches.
What?
That was 9 inches we had. I don't think we're getting the same thing. I just heard snow mentioned.
Okay. Well, as long as it's not a fucking blizzard, then it should be okay, I guess.
We'll play it by ear. Do you have anything else?
No.
No? That's it?
I don't like the snow.
You don't like the snow? No?
No. It's
Okay.
only allowed to snow on Christmas. That's it.
All right. All right. Well, Christmas is fun.
Have a happy holidays.
Have happy holidays. We'll be back next week with a New Year's episode. But we do need to put this in here. A couple things. One, our Ask Us Anything link is always in the description, so hit us up. And we also have merch. We talked about this a little bit last week that we were going to do it, and I think since then we have increased the inventory, or I can't remember where we were last time. We're going to make like an episode probably on merch or something, just because we have some samples. We need to take some pictures and do some more things. But if you go to amandthepmpodcast.com/shop, you can buy hoodies, you can buy T-shirts, you can buy stickers, and you can buy a blanket, like a throw blanket. It's all pretty nice stuff, man. Like I said, we have some samples. We're happy with the quality. So go snag some stuff. There's more things on the way. Amanda doesn't know about it, at least one of the items yet. It's still, I don't know if it's going to come. One of them is coming from Latvia, wherever the fuck that is. So
What?
Latvia. I think it's in Europe, maybe. I don't know. So yeah, there's some stuff coming, and there'll be more items. And like I said, we'll keep you updated on that. But if you show us any support by listening, purchasing some merch, we greatly appreciate it. We enjoy making these episodes, talking, chatting here in the very cold studio, and
Very cold.
yeah, it's a great time. We're enjoying this. We're gonna keep doing it probably forever, and
Probably forever.
and yeah. So that's all we got, guys. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. Happy Hanukkah. That was funny. What the fuck was that from? Oh, yeah, the meeting. Happy Hanukkah. That was so funny. That was so funny. I died.
We had.
Yeah, tell a story quick.
I had a work Christmas party. My work usually does a big Christmas party every year, and one of my coworkers is like actually, what is it, Jewish?
Yeah.
I'm so bad. I like have to relearn what Hanukkah is every year, and it's so messed.
Just relearn it.
It's so messed up. I never remember what it is. So she was going to like I don't know what it's called, like basically like church or whatever, like for
Like a
when you're Jewish. I
so
forget
synagogue.
what
No?
synagogue.
Yeah.
She called it something else. Like they're like mass. It's called something else. Anyway, so she had to go. It shouldn't be this funny.
It was pretty funny. Like, it's not like funny as in like it's like a criticism funny. It's like a weird, like that was out of nowhere funny type of thing.
So she like had to go, and then Miss Val, who is like this she's like an older lady, but she's like crazy. She like drinks Fireball, so like she's just crazy, and she's like,
Nice.
"Happy Hanukkah!" Like, she's
Like,
like,
"Happy
"Well,"
Hanukkah."
it was just,
It was funny. It was really out of nowhere funny. Not
she's
like
just
again like a critical thing. It's just like so
she's
funny.
just funny. So it was hilarious, and I like had to literally get my face off the screen and like not die laughing in the middle of the Zoom.
Yeah, so quite funny. But yeah, so again, happy Hanukkah, Merry Christmas, Happy Kwanzaa, and yeah, we shall return next week after all the festivities are. Maybe we'll talk about all the presents we got. Maybe we'll talk about all the fun we had. And we will definitely talk about New Year's episode. So, yeah, this has been another episode of AM and the PM with Amanda and Mark. Thank you guys so much for tuning in, and we'll talk to you in the next one.